You're watching Prep Sports Live, your home for high school sports. I'm Jordan Spurgeon, and I'm covering an intense semifinal matchup between San-Pasqual and Santa Fe Christian. Which flock of Eagles will soar their way into the championship game next week? I'll have the answers to that in a little bit. Hey Tyler, what you got for us in studio? Thanks Bernadita, I have a coastal clash between the Bonita Vista Barons and the Oceanside Pirates. Highlights from this game are in your near future. But first, let's check in with Susie Bennett, who's across studio. Susie, how are your teams shaping up? Thanks, Tyler. It's number 1 versus number 2. The 12-0 Mission Hills Grizzlies take on the 11-1 Helix Highlanders. Anticipations and tensions are building as the Open Division Championship is on the line. Which team will come out on top? I'll have the answers in a little bit. So grab a snack and be ready to sit on the edge of your seat because Prep Sports Live starts right now. Thanks, Susie. Both teams have had stellar seasons this year and have high hopes of winning this matchup and moving on to the championship game next week. Santa Fe Christian is led by 7 running backs who have over 200 rushing yards, so you know San-Pasqual's front 7 will have their work cut out for them. Which team will come out on top? Let's roll those highlights and find out. Thanks, Drake. Looking at the Pirates' 4-6 record alone, it is easy to say they have had a down year. But 5 of their 6 losses were in league play and arguably the toughest league in San Diego, the Avocado League. Their opponent difficulty rating was 38.5, topping every team in the Avocado League. Freshman running back Kavika Tua looks to provide a spark for the Pirates in the playoffs after getting called up last week. Let's get to the action to see who moves on to round 2. Thanks, Roman. It is safe to say that neither team needed directions at Southwestern College. Mission Hills is here for their 5th time since they opened their doors in 2004, winning their lone title back in 2013. Helix is here in the Open Division Championship for the 4th straight year, with their lone title coming in 2015. This year, they are looking to avenge their loss to the Cathedral Catholic Dons in last year's Open Division Championship game. Both teams have been excited and eager to play each other this season. As to be the best, you've got to beat the best. Which team will put a ring on it? Let's roll those highlights and find out. Boy, Ty, do I got a game for you. Undefeated number 1 seeded Mission Hills is going up against the 8th seed Grossmont. Do the Foothillers have enough in the tank to upset the heavy undefeated favorite? Let's jump on the gridiron and find out. Down 14-0, San-Pasqual looks to stay alive when Erdman rolls out and delivers a beautiful pass to wide receiver Connor Davis, who has nothing but open field ahead of him. See you later. 86-yard touchdown, scored now 14-6 after the missed PAT. Pirates respond by unleashing their hidden treasure. Freshman running back Kavika Tua. This kid is listed at 5'7", 165 pounds, but he is crafty at finding the hole and exploiting the front lines of the defense. He ran for a series of first downs on this drive, so I'd say his tweaked ankle from practice this week is feeling quite all right. He would run for 70 yards on this drive, capped off by this 14-yard touchdown early in the second quarter. With the Grizzlies now up 3-0, Helix would respond with their sophomore stud running back, Elion Noah. May I remind you that this kid ran for 4 touchdowns in their semifinal game last week against San Marcos. This season, he had 763 rush yards and 7 touchdowns, showing that he is a force to be reckoned with. On this drive, he ran for nearly 50 yards. After the Highlanders were stuffed 3 times, Noah would bring it in on 4th and goal, 6-3 Highlanders after the missed PAT. You're watching Prep Sports Live, your home for high school sports. The best part of sports is the opportunity to play. At One More Win, we give high school athletes that opportunity by helping underserved athletic programs with necessary equipment and resources. We hope to improve the experience for these athletes and contribute to at least one more win this season and every season. If you want more information about One More Win or want to know how you can help or want to nominate a deserving school, visit us at onemorewin.org. That's the number 1, morewin.org. One More Win, giving deserving students the chance to play. Can I get an 8 clap? That's right, UCLA, folks. That's where San Marcos wide receiver Kyle Phillips will be bringing his talent next season. All right, I got an upset. I have Mission Hills also reaching the finals, but I have St. Augustine upsetting their way through the other side of the bracket to make the championship game. I just think that with how hot they are at the end of the season, going undefeated in league play, especially with running back DeAndre Daniels, who had over 1,200 rushing yards this year and 17 touchdowns, I think they have enough to get there. But Mission Hills will come out on top, especially with quarterback Jack Tuttle running the show. The Highlanders' Rashad Scott is yet another name on our player spotlight for this week. San Diego State has been impressed enough with his ability on the field to offer him a spot on the Aztecs next season. Rashad may not have eye-popping stats this season, but he's always a threat to score. 5 of his 15 receptions have been for touchdowns. Back to you at the desk. The stellar Lancer defense, combined with a plethora of penalties, were too much for the Oceanside Pirates to overcome. They will look to play spoiler the rest of the way. As for the Lancers, they have kept their playoff contention hopes alive, and next week they will host the San Marcos Knights in a pivotal Avocado League matchup. Back to you in the studio. The Barons showed heart tonight that does not reflect their final 0-11 record. The Pirates were invigorated by their secret weapon, Kavika Tua, who looked unstoppable, running 20 times for 140 yards. They will move on to face number 4 Point Loma next week. Back to you at the desk. Couldn't say I didn't see this one coming, folks. The Mission Hills Grizzlies continue to stay perfect on the season with an 11-0 record and looking for more behind the amazing duo of Jack Tuttle and Chris Olave. They move on to the semifinals next week in the Open Division. One more step closer to the championship and perfection. Wow, this game lived up to the hype. There were 6 different lead changes. No team led by more than 7 points, with Helix led 26-19 near the end of the 4th quarter. Sophomore running back Eliot Noah put up 3 rushing touchdowns to carry his team to victory. Jack Tuttle and Chris Olave put up impressive numbers for the Grizzlies, but they fell just short of winning the ring. Back to you at the desk. And I'm Jordan Spurgeon. Join us next week for semifinal matchups.